is this in any way connected to the previous report, as another phase of the previous report? The previous report, excuse me, that the British put out that was then confirmed to have come originally from American sourcing.
This is all part and parcel of a broader effort. I'm not going to speak to how various streams of intelligence, now declassified information, may or may not stitch together. But what we know is that Russian military and intelligence entities for some time now have been engaged in this type of activity. We know that it was a very similar set of tactics that they undertook in 2014 as a means by which to fabricate a pretext for the invasion that took place some 8 years ago. So that is part of, that certainly is part of the concern. The other element of the concern is not only the historical aspect of it, the fact that we have seen this before, but the fact of what we are seeing now, what we are picking up now through means that, of course, we can't get into, but that has produced information available to us in which we are confident. We know that, similarly, that Russian military and intelligence entities are engaged in a broad disinformation and propaganda effort. This includes malign social media operations, the use of overt and covert online proxy media outlets, the injection of disinformation in television and radio programming, hosting of conferences designed to influence attendees into falsely believing that Ukraine, not Russia, is at fault for heightened tensions in the region, the leveraging of cyber operations to deface media outlets and conduct what are known as hack and release operations. To give you one example, we know that Russia's Federal Security Service, or the FSB, directly tasks and influences proxy media outlets, for example, Newsfront, to publish content that denigrates Ukraine and falsely depicts it as the aggressor. Articles written by this and other outlets, as a result, have made their way not only to pro-Kremlin proxy outlets, but also official Russian state media outlets like RIA Novosti and others. You know that the other week we put out a great deal of information on Russia's disinformation and propaganda efforts. This has been long running, but we also know that this type of activity has accelerated in recent weeks, which further fuels our concern. To give you just one example, during December, a couple months ago, Russian language content on social media covering the narratives that we've talked about, the lie that Ukraine is the aggressor, the lie that it is Russia that is being threatened, increased to an average of nearly 3,500 posts per day. That was a 200% increase from the daily average just the month before. And it was the month before that we had seen a similarly large spike. So we are quite concerned by all of this. We're concerned by the specifics, but we're also concerned by the broader trends that to us are reminiscent in many ways, many disturbing ways, of what we saw in 2014 and what we fear we may be seeing a replay of now.